Murdoch. I'm coming to get you.
Remember, Sally, when I promised to kill you last? I lied.
I am the Lord!
Get off my plane.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
John, I'm not gonna shoot you between the eyes. If you shoot you between the balls.
The disease, and I'm the cure.
I'm gonna take you to the bank, Senator Trent. There can be only one.
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
Yippee-ki-yay. I'm going to kill them all, sir.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the final birthday episode of Gimme Back My Action Movies, the podcast. I am one of your hosts, Charlie. With me, as always, is Anna.
Yeah.
Say hello to the people, Anna.
Hello, everyone. How are y'all?
And last but not least is one half of the birthday bash this month is our very own Pete. Say hello, Pete.
Plaza, good boy this year.
You're a very good
moly.
boy.
You
This-
were.
This is the cherry on top of the cake. Wowzer, dude, I'm ready. I
It
even got a
is.
little buddy with me. Rah, 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 rah,
He was a
rah, rah,
badass.
knife head. Yay.
That was, yep. So for those of you that listened last week, Anna and I decided to do like what Pete and I did in April for month of Anna. There was an extra episode. And of course, Pete's not going to remember that. So we decided to pick a finale. Nate couldn't be here. So I originally was thinking we'd do something that both of them liked, but that was way too fucking hard because both of
Oh,
them
Lord, yes.
are just on opposite ends of the spectrum half the time.
Literally, yeah.
And since Nate couldn't be here, Pete got to pick, and we chose from some monster movies because, God damn it, I'm making him do a kaiju movie. I'm tired of him dancing around the subject for being such a fan. He is Charlie Day. He is a kaiju groupie. He's probably got it tattooed on his nipples or something like that.
Mhm.
Don't show us, Pete. Don't show us. But yeah. I had Anna pick from 3. We settled on Pacific Rim. Turns out that Pete loves this movie. So fantastic. I think we all win.
We win,
So,
yeah.
and yep, there he goes.
He's
I
got
couldn't-
show and tell tonight.
I couldn't remember. I know this movie sometimes is kind of divisive among the kaiju fans. So I was like, is Pete one of those snooty, like, I don't know if I like my monsters and my robots in the same sci-fi kind of atmosphere movies? Or giant monsters fight robots, fuck yes!
Fuck yes.
I'm on that side of things.
I'm on the fuck yes side.
Got the fuck yes out of this, so we will take it. So yeah, we are talking about 2013's Pacific Rim. And Pete, my birthday present to you is you don't have to drive tonight. So
Yay!
I think you're just taking the wheel away from me because I'm going to fuck it up somehow.
you're drinking too, so I'm
I
not
was
allowed
just
to
about
let
to
you
say
drink
that.
and drive.
He's
my
the sober
birthday.
driver.
That's right. I'm designated kaiju pilot for tonight.
Ah,
You two can fight on which side of the brain hemisphere. We're the 3. We're the 3 in the one
or
kaiju.
the Chinese, the
Yeah.
Crimson Omega shit. I forget.
That's right.
Now I got
And
a couple of these
Pete's just the third arm that we just went. This just gives him something.
I'm
to
a
do while
third
we're busy.
arm. I know what it's like to have 3 legs. I don't know about 3 arms.
Oh,
But
my
up, bump.
goodness.
Okay, that deserves.
Can I laugh in your
All
face?
right, so after that, let's hit this trailer. I was nice. I didn't do the super long one, which it is great. I love the super long one, but I grabbed the TV spot. So,
There's finally a trailer, y'all.
but yeah, okay.
After
For a
weeks.
kaiju movie. at that.
Jesus, it's Guillermo. So, well, you know what? Guillermo is 50-50 with his trailers too, because he'll do some foreign language stuff. I'm talking about you, Pan's Labyrinth.
Uh-huh.
Beautiful fucking movie that I can't watch in the background anymore because I'm like, the fuck is he saying? Oh, that's what he's saying.
Mhm.
All right, here's the trailer, Pacific Rim.
This was not gonna stop. To fight monsters, we created monsters of our own.
We are canceling the apocalypse.
Pacific Rim, rated PG-13, in Real D 3D and IMAX 3D, July 12th.
Yeah.
Let's go.
There was like 10 or more TV spots Like,
Dang.
that's how
kidding.
much they were promoting the I remember it, you turn on the television, there was a Pacific Rim commercial
remember that.
playing. Yeah, I mean, constantly, especially in prime time. You're just seeing it over and over again. So, needless to say, I was excited. But let's get into our histories with. We'll say Pete for last. Start with Anna. Anna, do you have any history with Pacific Rim?
Yeah, I kind of showed my cards early last week because I mentioned I watched it once on a date, but did not care about watching the movie. I was
You were
interested in other
busy.
things. I was busy,
Getting
yeah. But I
busy.
did remember the intro, like
How old is
him
Marley?
waking the brother up, being like, "Yeah, let's get our fifth notch on the belt." I remembered that. I was like, maybe I'm going to remember more of this than I thought, but I didn't. That's about it. So yeah, this is pretty much like a first time watch for me.
So yeah, I'll do my history before we get to Pete again. So I saw this in theaters, like we were talking about. I saw it the trailer constantly over and over and over again. But it's giant monsters, giant robots, everything little Charlie grew up loving. So I was in for it. I saw it in the real D 3D. I
Ooh,
really
fancy.
liked it on that. Jackie was never a fan because of her glasses, but she did like the movie.
Mhm.
Uh, and this movie is also fun because later, it was like I think when it came out on DVD, Anthony got to watch this, and I have a funny story about that as we get into the
Oh,
movie.
cool.
Because I was watching this the other day in the office, and he walks in, and he's like, "Oh, Pacific Rim." I was like, "Yeah, we picked it for Pete's birthday." And he goes, "About time you guys do a kaiju movie." Doing the
Finally.
respect of kaiju. So that's me. I'll get into more of it as we talk. So Pete, let's go with you, brother. What is your history with Pacific Rim?
I've been a kaiju fan literally all my life, as far back as I can remember. I've been watching Godzilla and Gamera movies um, since we lived in Cleveland, and then we moved to Pandora, and then moved to Columbus. Gosh, this came out in 2013. I was reading something about Del Toro and that he was a huge kaiju fan, which just got me souped up to no end. And yeah, I saw a trailer for it. I wasn't as strict as I am today
I was
about
about to
not seeing
say a
trailers.
trailer.
But I did
Pete?
see a trailer and it got me hyped. I followed there was some it wasn't as extensive as like the Blair Witch was, but there was some online uh viral marketing.
They
And
were
I
doing it because they did it with Cloverfield too,
yeah,
where you would do all the websites.
there was
I remember.
Legendary did a great job with the Godzilla movies. You could track the monsters as they swam around
Yep.
in the
Oh,
earth. Yeah,
fun.
it's still up. It's pretty cool. But there was now the one I found today that I shared with you guys in the Slack channel. That's the UK version for Uprising, which is the sequel, and we shall not speak of that film ever again.
Cool robots, cool monsters. That's
Mhm.
it. That's all that's
Mhm.
good about it.
But they had a similar thing for the first film. The website is defunct; it's no longer being managed. But you could make this giant fucking poster, like a lot like something like would look like this, and you would make your own Jaeger. You'd give it a name, you give it a color, you'd pick the weapons that it was and the shape of
Ooh.
the robot, and then you'd get a still. You wouldn't get any background story or anything like that. But that was my desktop picture for several years.
That's
Um,
fun.
I couldn't, for whatever reason, I couldn't see this opening weekend, but I went shortly thereafter with some friends. And my buddy Dave, who's on Good Beer Bad Movie Night with me, he and I went, and he was just watching me watch the movie the whole time.
Yeah.
And I can hardly contain myself. There's so much little detail in this movie that pays homage to all the stuff that has come before it. Del Toro it made a masterpiece. I'm not sure I could have asked for a better modern day original IP uh, monster jamboree like this. And I got it. I just wish there
Yeah.
was more. That's my only beef with this. I just wish there was more. There's
Yeah.
I wish
comics.
there was more at the quality this was.
Mhm.
That's
Mhm.
really the downside of this. Because there is more. I mean, Pacific Rim, they've always talked about adding to the lore, and I think there was a graphic novel that came out, or at least a comic series. I know you've got the comics. I couldn't remember. There was like
Quite a
multiple
few.
things of people like just adding and adding and adding. But I don't know. Me, I stopped at this movie after I tried to watch. I own Uprising, and I've still only made it like 20 minutes into the movie.
It's
I might
It was
try.
a-
Pete, you should cover it on good beer. Y'all should.
God.
There you go.
It's a bad movie. You can
Oh.
bring good beer. It's in
But
the
it-
title.
But it breaks his heart to do a
Yeah.
bad kaiju movie.
Yeah.
So that's
I
that's-
know.
It's bad.
And I don't think Sludge ever got around to Rising, did he? He did.
Not
He
that
did
not that
Pacific Rim,
remember.
I think.
Yeah. I think you
But,
did
yeah.
Pacific Rim, but not Uprising.
And that's why I couldn't remember, because we would always. So people that listened a long time ago, Sludge, our buddy, did the monster movie Stomp Down. That was part of our little circle of friends and
Mhm.
everything. So,
I remember hearing
and
about
that's
that.
where I couldn't remember Pete's feelings on it, because a lot of times that was the conversation inside chats that we would have about, monster movies coming up, or how much fun we're having irritating Pete, or Pete would throw a bad movie at him of, what was that, Ship of Monsters or some
It is so
bullshit.
good.
No, it's not. Don't you dare, sir.
February's coming up, isn't it?
Yeah, that's like trying to tell us Colossal's a great kaiju movie.
I didn't say Colossal was good. I said it was very
No.
interesting.
No, that was, I think
it was worth a watch.
That was Justin that pushed that one a lot, wasn't it? McLean?
Yes.
Yeah, he's the one that
McLean,
tricked him
yeah.
into watching Colossal. And it's Anne Hathaway, right? That's who
Yep,
it is. Yeah,
Yep.
Anne
That is not
Hathaway.
a sludge movie.
in a kaiju movie. Think about that for a second, but it's interesting. So yeah, I love monster movies, period. So I was like, it's about time we put one here. It fits. I put it on the action side, but this month's been muddled. It's been a mix of horror / action.
All month long.
Dolls is the only thing that landed horror.
Yep.
Like, this is where this fits. This is where Pete's the only one that followed the rules this month.
Pete wins.
We didn't even
Hey,
follow the rules.
I follow the rules.
So yeah, but don't worry, everybody. The horror movies are coming. We all
They
know
are indeed.
what's coming next week. So yeah, so let's jump into this movie. Let's talk a little bit about Pacific Rim and a cold open, I guess we could call it. Like, we're thrown right
Sure.
into. Well, we're kind of thrown into the hit backstory a little bit of what's happening with monsters. And let me tell you something. He nailed it, because humans are stupid. Giant monsters.
Politicians specifically are stupid.
But even people where giant monsters exist, okay, we've come to terms with that. We've created giant robots. Now let's market the fuck out of it. Let's
That
make
have had
action.
success, and these robots have had success with these monsters, and the monsters keep getting bigger and bigger inexplicably at that point. So they had to make bigger and bigger robots.
Things got bigger, things got better, and then merchandising. Mel Brooks is having a ball with
Merchandising.
Merchandising.
Pacific Rim, the lunchbox.
Yeah.
Pacific Rim, the condom.
Pacific Rim, the flamethrower.
The flamethrower.
The kids love it. That's, but I'm giggling at that point, because I'm sitting there going, that's exactly what would happen.
Oh yeah,
we're that we are that far gone that now
how
it's
are
like,
you going to fund your giant robot program? Make some fucking toys.
right.
Have
Well,
you seen the
pay for it.
prices of these things on eBay? Jesus God.
Dude, I saw some at the toy show this past week,
Yeah.
and I was just like, I can't afford to get into Pacific
I got one of
Rim.
those big 18 inchers, the Shogun Warrior
That's what she
size.
said.
Oh,
It's like,
you
I know,
took it
yeah.
out of my
I
mouth.
know, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what she
What
said.
That
she
thing-
said. Fuck.
That thing's like $500. I'm like, I gotta really put this away in a
That's expensive.
dark, dry place.
Can we stop with that?
So bad.
Phrasing. I need the Archer phrasing drop. I'm gonna start
Yeah.
dropping that now.
Our
as we
sentences
go.
have been troubled lately.
But we're given a history of the Jaeger project of creating giant monsters, which is hilarious because Japan has done this. There is a giant robot floating around out there that I think, didn't you just miss it, Pete? That it was
Yeah.
on display, or
Yeah.
Really?
like a couple weeks.
It was a couple weeks, and it was also not in an area of Japan that I was planning on visiting. So it was
Right.
kind of a kicking both both
Yeah.
testes.
But
Um,
it's life size as far as what you would
it was
think
it was
these
life size,
robots look
and
like.
it sort of moved. Sort of moved. Don't worry about
Yeah.
it so much. But it was a full size Gundam, and Gundam Mobile is it's an anime that's been spanning decades.
Yeah.
But that's
It's what
robots
the
versus
Jaegers are.
robots, mostly
Yeah.
in space. That's not robots versus monsters. But
There's
yeah,
not that much of a difference other than some style, but still, we're
Sure.
we're like some of us are hoping giant monsters come crawling out of the ocean and try to take over the world. So
I'm
it's
not. I'll
totally
take
fine.
zombies. Give me zombies.
Oh yeah.
Zombies? I don't know if I want
Did
zombies.
this movie trigger anything for you, Anna? I mean, these
Oh my
are
God. Yeah. First of all, that Charlie Hunnam can give a hell of a monologue. He did it all the time in Sons of Anarchy. So when this opens up with one of them, I'm like, oh, this feels familiar. I'm
Mhm.
used to this.
nice.
But then once we see just the transition after that and like the water and the breach, I was like, nope. Now that's what I said in the Slack. I was like, here's another reason why I don't want to go in the ocean. Y'all are just adding to the list.
But it works. And I love
It
the fact
does.
that
It
we
does.
we expected aliens to come from space.
Mhm.
Now they came directly out of the ocean. I like Del Toro's ability to take so many pieces of lore from kaiju movies and monster movies. And he's like, Godzilla came from the sea. A lot of these creatures always came, Ebera of the deep and stuff like that. Where are they coming from? Well, back then it was, oh, they're on an island or Godzilla sleeps underwater. What if they're coming from a dimensional portal
Mhm.
under the water?
Why
And
not?
you're like, that actually tracks in this world scenario. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm
Mhm.
believing in monsters, obviously there's another dimension, and I'm here for it. And
Right.
I'm sitting there watching this last night, and I'm just like, this God, his world building and thought process on not just giant monsters exist, but why and where are they coming from? I'm like, answering those questions alone just adds so much more to this world and a lot more of the danger humanity's facing, because you see how bright and cheery everything is when they're doing the flashback. It's almost like the propaganda, war, all this other stuff. But we're winning.
Mhm.
Sign up for the Jaeger program.
right.
We'll
Yeah,
kick
you're
Right.
to
right.
the monsters. But now we're literally in this broken world. Like, we're barely hanging on by not even our fingertips. We're hanging on by our fingernails, trying to keep these creatures from
Yeah, it's a
taking us over.
dystopia as we after
Yeah.
that first knife head fight, and there's something happened in between those two that I don't know what it was, but it wasn't. We've lost Jaegers before. We've lost Jaegers. I'm sorry. In this world, Jaegers had been lost to
Yeah.
kaiju before.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
one Jaeger going down does not make the program defunct.
Well,
So something else happened, and
Well,
I didn't
he
catch it in the movie. Maybe
Well, he said at the very beginning, remember, he's waking his brother up and he's like, this is the biggest we've seen yet. It's the category
Yes.
3 and we're going to take it down. So I think
Yeah.
that was kind of the tipping point, I feel like, not only just for Raleigh, but for the kaijus in general, and them kind of starting to get into the bigger categories, get larger. They're evolving more and becoming even smarter. And I think that's when all that kind of started to hit the fan, was with
Well,
our main brothers.
you have, so that it's going to lead into something Pete was joking about a few minutes ago, is they do talk about this because Idris is in front of the board. Basically, it all came down to money. We're losing more of these machines. They're stupid expensive to build,
Oh, yeah.
and they take certain pilots to pilot them, and we're
Oh,
losing
yeah.
those.
That
So
too.
now their cheaper option, but they think it's better, are the breach walls. So they now moved all the funding to the breach walls because it stopped this particular monster. It stopped this particular one. So he gives them, examples. And that's why it's such a big deal when they come to get Charlie, is they watch it on television when that category 4 just boom.
In
But
less than an
right through-
hour. They
hot
say
less
it on
through
the
butter.
news.
It
Yeah,
didn't- it-
right in the middle of Australia. I mean, you're right in Sydney, and it's just
Yeah, the
it's
opera house
right
is
through it.
there.
And that the one guy behind Charlie Hunnam's like, why are we even building this wall then? So it was money driven because it's cheaper to build the wall. The governments don't want to put the money into the Jaeger program, even though what it needs to happen is we now need bigger Jaegers. We need faster Jaegers. We need stronger Jaegers.
More scientists,
Money,
more smart
money,
people.
money,
Mhm.
money, money. And it's government oversight.
Mhm.
You know, nobody's lining their own pockets anymore from sponsorships and merchandising.
Right.
So
Yeah.
even in our survival, our survival depends on this. It still had a price tag.
Mhm.
Our survival of humanity still was not worth the cost to the bureaucrats to save our lives.
Mhm.
And that's the big, underlying story that goes on in here. Like giant monsters fighting robots. Awesome. I don't give a shit about anything else. Start watching this now. And you're just like, yep. Really got me thinking on that.
That's awfully.
I mean,
home.
in theory, the wall possibly could have worked if they didn't continue to get bigger and smarter.
Right.
And then eventually more of them start coming through at once.
But it's just I think he's highlighting the hubris of humans. It's like we've got it figured out now. We've got, even the Russian Jaeger has been unbreachable in like 6 years or something like that, or something, whatever it was, or I forget, was it 6 months? It might have been 6 months or 6 years. I can't remember, but they were touting that because we're the best there is.
Mm-hmm. It was
throughout the
oldest
movie.
Jaeger, yeah.
Yeah, throughout the movie, we find out that they're just testing and finding the weak link in the fence as far as these monsters go.
Mhm.
It's like, okay, let's hit here. That was a little too strong. Let's rethink our strategy. And that's what they're trying to put together with our scientist, Charlie Day. And I can't remember the other guy's name. This guy, the other scientist, I've seen him in, I don't know how many
Torchwood.
movies.
He's
Torchwood.
he's in a newer horror movie. I didn't want to reveal
Mhm.
what he's in, but I recognized him because he is creepy as shit.
He was in the Christopher Nolan Batman movies. He was like a little side henchman kind of person to one of the gangsters. He's in the one with Bane at the end.
The Rises, yeah, Rises.
Yeah. So I've seen him, but we get the science of what's happening kind of through these two characters.
Oh, whoa. We get the Toho science.
Oh, yes, sir.
Toho science is my favorite thing in cinema.
Giant monster parts in floating vessels.
Talk, blah, blah, blah. That sounds feasible. Sure, let's go with it. Who cares?
Yeah. No, yeah.
It don't matter.
They're not asking physicists if this is actually real or could this happen. No, this is, I agree with you. Toho science.
Toho science. It's the best thing ever. we mention it all the time on Good Beer Bad Movie Night. Like, Kathleen will lean over. It's like that now. This is pretty good Toho science here, and blah 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 blah. This is a running gag over there.
I laugh at this. It's later in the movie. They put Gypsy Danger back in, but the big thing is it's nuclear now, and they get hit with that EMP from the creature because. Well, they go like all of our Jaegers are down, sir. Yeah. Everything, get us back. Oh, they're all digital except for mine. One. And I'm sitting there going, he goes, we're analog. I'm like, I don't think you know what analog means. No. Everything. If you had said we're self-contained power source, yes, nuclear would have worked. If you went, we are a self-contained power source, and that wouldn't have affected us. But you said analog. You don't have gauges. Running off of steam or some bullshit inside there. There was still a digital display you were watching and holographic, 3D things. And I'm just like, every time I watch it now, I'm like, you keep using that word, and I don't think that's what that word means.
I don't think you understand what that word means.
It's like that Fresh Prince gif where he's like, he's a little confused, but he's got the spirit.
Yes.
But. And I mean, we're talking, that is one, it's not even a criticism. I just laugh at it, but that's like what Pete's saying, the Toho science that I am in this world.
Yep.
All of this makes sense to me. It's like in the Godzilla, the legendary Godzilla movies. We're going to get inside Ghidorah's head and make a giant robot version of Godzilla, but we're connected because of Ghidorah's skulls. One's
Yep.
in this, one's over there.
Well, that makes perfect
Cool.
sense. Don't worry
I
about
believe it.
Yep.
It's great Bluetooth. That connectivity is
the best
amazing.
Bluetooth
I wish we had it for
It's-
podcasting.
It's
no
red
more
tooth.
issues.
It's better than Bluetooth. It's red tooth.
It's red
Ooh.
tooth.
Mm.
But yeah, so we get tossed in this. So we get the opening battle, which that's going to hook every kid, every person like me. Is I don't have to sit through 30 minutes of when do I get the monster.
You get a big ass fight right away, and it's
right off the jump. Yeah.
brutal. It's
I was
wonderful,
hooked.
and it's scary. I mean,
Yes.
Knifehead is a shark analog.
Yeah, basically.
His head is shaped like a shark, even though it's a giant knife, and he uses it to pierce the armor of Gypsy Danger at this time.
Scary.
It was a man, that's a good fight. And
It
one
is.
of my favorite little factoids about the film was all of the kaiju were purposefully designed. Now they were all digital, but they were all purposefully designed as if a human would be inside a suit of some sort. So
Right.
there's a little bit of exaggeration here and there, of course.
There's some floppiness. There's some
Yes.
over exaggerated movements that would be in a suit actor.
But yeah, but a person
thing.
could, if you wanted to create that suit, you could and put a person inside it. It wouldn't have moved as well as it did digitally, but that was one of my favorite things when I heard that. I heard that before I saw the movie, and I'm like, game on. You clearly Del Toro knows exactly what nerds like me want to see.
Oh, absolutely.
Mhm.
But this is another this is same problem I had with Star Wars Episode 1. You gave me the best fucking villain at the beginning of the movie, and then he's gone. So Knifehead is my Darth Maul. In the first episode of Star Wars, Darth Maul is badass. Looks amazing. Great follow-up for Darth Vader, even though it's prequel, whatever. Shut up. But as viewers, you're like, I want to see more of this. Oh, he's dead. Oh, yeah. They brought him back.
Hey,
but I'm watching
kinda
Knifehead.
Kind of like Boba Fett. Boba Fett was in a movie and a half, maybe
Yeah.
half a movie total, right?
Right, because it's the first third of,
The last third and the first
Return
third.
of the Jedi. Jesus, I was too many movies we're talking about right now. But it was really because
Agreed.
if I had the ability to go back in time and tell, I'd be like, Knifehead needs to be your final kaiju. That should have been the category 5 because it tears through that Jaeger like it's a tin can. Like that should have been the next level up. And Knifehead is the most unique looking aside from the one that flies later.
Right. Leatherback and the Cat 5 kind of looked a lot real similar.
Yeah, they had
moved
that Del
similar.
Toro look to it,
Yeah.
the
But
pieces
Orochi
coming off the head.
sprouted wings, and everybody went, "The fuck is that?"
That was
Yeah.
badass.
Yeah.
Still
Yeah.
love that like it did the whole thing like a lizard. It dropped its tail
Mhm.
as, a distraction. It's basically tearing them up. And then all of a sudden just goes, fuck it. And busts out wings.
I'm out of here.
Yeah. But carries them off. And you're just like, oh, they are evolving fast. But again, a small criticism is Knifehead is such a unique design that that would have been my big reveal monster. That would have been that 5 that come up out of, the portal at the end underwater. And you're just like, the fuck is that one? Like, it
I would
doesn't
have
look
loved to see
anything
him
like that.
swim, just cutting through the water with that.
More
big
like a
nose in it.
shark.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think-
Anna's like, no.
That whole end fight when they're fighting underwater, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm just, my anxiety's through the roof.
And we're not going to ask you to get inside the Jaeger and go underwater and fight in the breach and all
I'll
this
be,
other stuff. It's
I'll
okay.
hold the fort down. What do you call it? I'm the lady in the chair. I'll be at
you're
the
at headquarters.
headquarters.
Yeah, you're the guy with the suspenders in this movie,
Right.
just running
And a
around
little-
doing everything.
Little bow tie.
Little bow tie.
The little bow tie sets it off so well. But I do like it, and we, get the Charlie Hunnam and his brother fight, and the big thing is they get decimated. His brother gets killed in this fight from Knifehead, and Charlie Hunnam has to bring the Jaeger back, which we've already been told in not so many words that it's impossible for these things to be driven by one pilot. They talk about, they show that one guy freaking basically melting his brain.
Yeah, his brain melted
in the black and white stuff.
They have two pilots in these Jaegers, unlike like Gundam or any of the Shogun Warriors. They all have a single pilot, but this has two pilots because these things are so massively big that you need to these pilots need to act as a right and left hemisphere of the brain. Toho science, ladies and gentlemen. That's fucking Toho science.
But I'm also with
great, and I'm convinced.
Same.
Somebody's controlling the right side, somebody's controlling the left side. It's now intuitive, and it explains the drift that they have to experience, that they have to be compatible in order for that to work. You can't have like two conflicting personalities or brain waves. It wouldn't work. So Toho science, but damn it, it sounds really freaking believable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it fits this universe so well. And so, they get their ass beat, but they do defeat Knifehead, and Charlie Hunnam has to bring the Jaeger back solo. And that's like the end of any other movie I'd have grown up with in the, 80s or 90s.
Totally.
Yeah.
That's like the end of Empire, where he's struggling to get back and collapses, and then what's going to happen in the third movie?
Yeah. You're like, this is like if we kind of really, really cool Jet Jaguar or something like that, he just, I love Jet Jaguar. Okay. Don't get me wrong, but Jet Jaguar is a little goofy looking after you watch Pacific Rim.
And we love him so much.
We do. I'm hoping, please, in the next
Legendary. I haven't seen shit for the next movie.
No, there's nothing out. I'm saying, please, okay. I want Jet Jaguar. Because that's what the one guy at the end of Kong X Godzilla.
Oh, yeah.
They're leading that guy into being the pilot for Jet Jaguar. So I'm like, you better fucking get it. Anna's over here going, you two fucking nerds. Can we talk about Pacific Rim, please?
Godzilla X Kong, but all I remember is Dan Stevens.
That's fair.
It might be who I'm talking about. Dan Stevens, the guy that's the dentist at the beginning, pulls Kong's tooth, and then he's with him.
He's a doctor. Yeah, he's the doctor, right?
The doctor / he's the very loud, boisterous one. The
Hawaiian shirt,
womanizing, Hawaiian shirt kind of guy.
I can't remember, but I know he's in it.
That's the guy. Like, everyone's speculating is going to pilot the humanoid looking mech that we're supposed to get in the Godzilla series.
Stop it. I don't know anything about this. Knock it off.
I'm speculating. Would you I don't have my finger on the pulse. I'm saying the fans are speculating with that character.
The fans. Fuck the fans.
You're a fan.
But I don't listen
I
to
don't
me
even give
either.
a shit. Yeah. Jet Jaguar, Jet Jaguar, Jet Jaguar.
Now, first it's Nate. Now we've got Pete saying, fuck the fans.
I apologize. I don't actually mean
real
that.
fast right there.
Be nice.
All right, we'll get back on this one. So anyway, Charlie Hunnam gets away from the Jaeger, program. He's building the wall. Yeah. He survives. Walks away, and that's where we find out that basically the Jaeger program's becoming.
Yeah, we flash 7 years forward.
Yeah,
and he's still suffering the loss of his brother and the loss of his Jaeger, and
he's still we find out he's connected still to his brother.
Yeah.
So those last
he died while he was still connected.
They were connected,
to him.
and so he's still there's still ghosts whispering in his brain.
Yeah,
that's a really interesting. Boy, would his brother actually have some sort of part of his soul in?
I
was speculating on that, but I think what they do is they explain it more that he's locked into his brother's memories and his thoughts.
Yes.
So I don't think it's a physical manifestation because he's not seeing his brother in his mind unless he's in the drift, doing that. I think it's just he can get lost in a memory that's not his. You know what I mean? Like
That makes perfect
you're sitting there
sense.
thinking, and you're like,
Well, as far as
"Oh, that's not me."
science is
That
concerned, this makes perfect sense.
no, and it works because we get introduced to, aside from Charlie Hunnam, the next badass motherfucker in this movie, Idris Elba.
Mm-hmm.
And
Hello.
Hello.
I could listen to this guy read me the phone book.
God,
I'm
Okay.
telling you, I could
Mhm.
too.
I don't know what it is about. I know it's the cadence, it's how he talks and everything, but
Accent.
every movie I have seen him in, I am there for. Prometheus, he's the captain in that. Suicide Squad. Regardless of what you think about the movie, Idris Elba was badass.
Badass.
Yeah, so it's totally fine, and I absolutely love his character in this. To me, this is like peak acting for him. The way he has to be so laser focused and cold, and then moments of warmth that pop up, but then he's got to pull himself back a little bit and like, I've got a mission to do. I've got this task that needs to be done regardless of how I feel. And you're just like, bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
He's got the wallet.
Don't you ever touch me again. 2.
Oh,
Don't you ever touch me again. I was like, oh fuck.
that was a good one.
Yeah, that was
like
really
that.
good. I believed him. I was like, yes, sir.
I also like that when Idris Elba goes to get Charlie Hunnam, like of every place to go, the helicopter lands in this one spot, and it just so happens to be right where Charlie's standing, and he walks out as soon as Idris Elba gets off the helicopter.
Yep.
He's like, I was looking for you. You weren't looking for him. You got off the helicopter, sir. It's just that again. We'll call that Toho
Convenience.
science,
That's
Pete.
that's an entrance right there. That's a Hollywood entrance. Yeah.
That was an entrance.
Yeah.
And his buddy at the wall is Andy from According to Jim.
I've seen that guy in quite a bit. He's a nice
He
little
pops up.
like character actor.
The round guy, the little round guy.
Yeah, the little round
Okay.
pudgy guy.
He
Okay.
was
Yeah, I don't-
Jim's brother-in-law on According to Jim, the sitcom with Jim
He did
Belushi.
a lot of sitcoms. He was
He did.
always like a neighbor or something like that.
Mhm.
But
Typecast as the neighbor.
it's like I almost said like background character, but he's never really a background character. He
I
usually
get
gets
it. I
speaking
get it.
lines
Yeah,
and
I get it.
He's
stuff
got
like that.
lines,
So,
yeah.
yeah, I'll give him that. So we get launched back over into this now smaller area for the not area, but this smaller organization for the Jaegers. They're down to like, was it
4.
4? It's 4. It's
4.
Gypsy Danger,
Striker Eureka,
The-
Alpha or Chernobyl Alpha, and
Chernobyl Alpha,
I don't
and then
remember their
Crimson Typhoon.
is it Typhoon? Yeah, because they couldn't use Dynamo. That
It
would have
was
been
the dad and brother, or
Can't
the
use
dad and
Crimson
son,
Dynamo.
the Russians, and then the
Mhm.
3
And the
set,
Chinese, the
right?
tw- the
Yeah.
triplets. Yep. So yeah, there's 4 active Jaegers in the world. So
Correct.
so they have now brought them all together because they know that they're counting down to like this massive event, which is where we get introduced to Charlie Day and the other guy for the science.
Newton
they're
and
such
Gottlieb.
such polar opposites, but damn it, I like
love
these
them. I
guys.
love them so much. They're my
I
fave.
like Charlie Day just about in anything, but
Mhm.
to get they're like these personalities that don't mesh but do mesh for some reason work so well, and they pull it off. And like Pete was talking, you get dumped with just this boatload of Toho science, and as a viewer, you're like, yeah,
And it's coming from Charlie
Give me
Day,
more.
and we want to hear him talk fast and be. So we're gonna believe it even more so coming from him. We don't care.
yeah. You got. It's like you have the numbers guy and the biologist guy. This guy.
It's a perfect 1-2 combination. I mean, as far as a team, if they didn't hate each other, which they actually don't,
They
But,
don't.
yeah. They
part of
kind
me
of
that
like
works.
each other.
That
Part
works
of
so
me
much well.
kind of thought they might have been partners, maybe at one time, or might become.
I don't think it
partners.
went that far.
I
think it's more of a mutual respect always, but towards the end, it was like we have to teamwork this.
Mhm.
Especially when they're like, we got to do just like what the Jaeger pilots do.
Mhm.
Share the
The brain is
The
too
drift.
big. We need
The handshake.
2 of
The
ours. Yep,
neural
the
handshake.
Yeah,
Yep.
the neural handshake. You gotta, share all that. So I like the build up to that with these two characters. And Charlie Day being like this super fan, sticks his foot in his mouth immediately. He's literally got the tattoo of the kaiju that it's Knifehead, right? Is that the
Yes,
one?
sure is.
And it's like, yeah, me and my
this little
brother
guy, that's
took
Knifehead.
that
He's
one.
a lot category, blah, 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 blah. That's the one that
Yeah,
fucked
we
me up.
killed it, and it killed my brother, and it's just like, oh. Idris Elba is also just standing there, just letting him like, I know you're about to put your foot in your mouth, and I don't give a fuck.
I know.
Because you talk too much, and I
You talk too damn much.
You
Shut up.
talk too damn much.
But Charlie Day's got this theory that we can learn from the kaiju if we drift with a piece of their brain. And he's trying to do it, and they won't fund it. And they're going off of the other guy's theories because so far the other guy's numbers, his math.
He's a number and a theoretical scientist, whereas Charlie Day is a biologist.
Yeah.
Right.
But that other guy's is always, so far always been right. Like he's like, there's like the amount of time before each event is cyclic. We can figure out how soon the next one's coming, and he talks about the double event that's getting ready to happen. And Charlie Day's like, well, fuck the math. We can bypass that if we just talk to it and figure out exactly what's going on. And then the fact that he is so dead set that he builds his own
drift machine
out of junk. He literally goes, he built it out of garbage, and he did it.
Tony Stark.
Toho science.
He built this in a cave
with a bunch of scraps.
But I like that character. I like the the energy he's got. But we also have another important character. We have Mayako. Mako.
It's spelled like Mako, but it's Mako.
It's Mako. We get a young Japanese girl.
Yep.
But she's very, I don't want to say obedient, although it does come off that way at the beginning with Idris Elba.
Yeah, that's the right word.
Once you learn their relationship, it makes sense. But
it totally makes sense.
At the beginning, you're like, this is a weird dynamic.
Yeah. But I love what she says to Raleigh when he's like, why don't you just do what you want to do? Like, fuck your superior. And she's like, no, it's not about that. It's about respect. I respect him.
I think the first time I watched it, it kind of came off as she was like,
"What I do? Have you met Idris Elba?"
Right. She was happy. That was just my whole thing when I have to talk about this movie now. Before I probably never even cared, but she does come off a little bit more submissive, subservient, whatever at the beginning. But they do a really, really good job at start to grow that father-daughter bond for the audience, where we're like, oh, there's something deeper here. Oh, it's more of that's like a dad to her. And then we get the flashback, through when she drifts, and, it's that all that terror where she was in the middle of one of the kaiju attacks that came to Japan, and you see the terror she's in. That's what causes her to come out of the drift whenever they're doing the practicing. She almost blows the fuck up out of everybody.
Everybody's like, go run.
Sorry. You can run as fast as you can. You're not.
No one's surviving that.
I'm still gonna try, Pete. All right, I'm gonna take off.
I get it.
It was such a. Was it like Nintendo games? The longer you hold the fire button, the more powerful it got. Your Mega Man charging up your blaster and not letting go of the button just yet. That's how this whole thing felt. But you see the attack and the terror. But then they do a really good job of when Charlie Hunnam's talking to Idris Elba later about why are you so protective of her. I saw the rest of that image that the audience didn't. And it's Idris Elba's Jaeger that gets dropped down, and he destroys that monster, saves her, but her family's already dead. So she had no one. So he took her in under his wing and raised her. So they added so much more depth to the characters. And now, like me and Pete watching this multiple times, now it feels right when you're watching it. Now you're like, I get it. I understand why she is what she is, why he's so protective of her, why he doesn't want
and
her
I wonder
training.
if I didn't grow up in a military family, and I wonder if as if a military father who was I don't want to say a general, but uh, someone a high ranking official. I wonder if this would be a familiar relationship to a father child dichotomy there.
I think there's a couple ways to look at it because I am military
okay.
kid. Dad wasn't high ranking. So I think that plays a lot on it.
But her saying it's about respect says to me that there's some sort of military relation. That's how I would think.
I think what they're also doing is they're playing on the father-daughter aspect of it too, which is what I can't answer towards.
Mm-hmm.
So he's a bit more overprotective of his daughter.
He sure is.
This is not trying to be sexist, but the mindset of the sons go to war,
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
but the daughters,
yeah,
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
The daughters stay home type of mentality. Yeah. So I think there's a lot of that dynamic going there as well. But I also think there's another small layer to it that I don't know if they ever like dig into it more, but just my own, I will call it, what I think is she's also the only probably other one capable to continue this if he does die.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's basically been training her
when he dies.
When he dies,
mm-hmm.
but not so much to get in a Jaeger and fight, but to command, to continue running this and try to stop these monsters and these creatures. So I think there's a lot of different ways to dig into it. So anyone that says just a dumb movie with monsters and robots and stuff, no, shut up. There is a lot more depth.
I'm so sorry. There is so many layers. There's so much story to chew on in this movie, and it's not just monsters and robots. It's personal relationships. The world is shit right now. The world is on their heels. Humanity is on their heels going, what is happening? We don't even know why these things are here at this point.
Yeah, we've been fighting. How long have we been fighting them, and they still don't know anything other than the breach?
Get bigger, and we just humanity is almost bending a knee at this point. Like we can't keep up with this.
Oh yeah, we're crippled. We're literally crippled, and they do it really well. That it's so bad that even the infighting. So you get Charlie Hunnam versus the younger son of the father son duo with the striker.
Aussies. Yep.
Yeah, and they're like at each other's throats in this movie.
He needed to get his ass busted. That's what he needed to get punched in the fucking face.
When he called her a bitch, I was just like, ooh.
I was like, here it comes.
It's
there it is.
That's all it needs. And but you can also kind of see that's a stressful environment to live in. That's a stressful job to have. And he even says it like, I don't want to have my life in your hands if she's going to lose connection that easy, because I like my life. I want to come back. And
he's not wrong. He's not. He's completely in his right mind to say things like that.
It's how he's responding.
It's how
it kind of reminded me of Iceman from Top Gun.
Very much
same
like
dynamic.
Iceman was a lot cooler and didn't like lash out like this guy does.
Was cooler.
He was a
but
smooth
this
talker. Yeah, this guy's just an asshole.
But he still had that kind. Even still kind of had that smarmy kind of look to him as this movie goes too. So it's very Iceman in this, and I like it. I like the dad character of the Aussies too.
Oh, I do too.
I bet his dad was his son at one point in time, and just over the years has gone, boy, I could have handled that one better.
He says that too. He's like,
up a little bit.
I raised him alone, and I didn't know whether to bust his ass or tell him I love him. And Charlie's like, with all due respect, sir, I know which one he needed.
That's a great line.
But I love that moment they have before he goes to battle. It made me tear up a little bit because it's like he's like, Dad, you didn't ever have to say it. I felt it. I know We're way more connected than you could ever think.
There are a number of times on multiple watches where shit starts getting emotional for me.
Oh, it does.
I don't think that first watch, I just kind of watched it and I'm like, I took it in. But now that you watch it a second time, you get even closer to these characters. You
get deeper and deeper.
You understand them more, where they're coming from. And even though you know what they're going to say. And then like even watching it earlier today and yesterday, I like, there's a couple spots here where I wasn't crying, but you were. I could tell, Charlie. You were. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. You were crying, not me.
Well, I mean, even the Idris Elba and Mako talk where they almost don't say anything, because Idris doesn't want to, speak it into, truth, but it's there and they both acknowledge it. There is a lot there, and Charlie Hunnam talking about his brother later on with him and Mako sitting there and explain, and then she's like, I know, it was right after the drift. She goes, I saw it. And so there's a deeper level connection that they've got these Jaeger pilots having because of the job, because of how they have to drift. All right, well, that's enough about all the human aspect of this. I think it's time we get into the meat and potatoes of this movie, what everyone's waiting for us to actually dig into, sink our teeth into, and that is a commercial break.
What? Hey!
You want a war? Well, you got it right after this.
Welcome to Manic Movie Monday, where one person's trash is another person's treasure. Here we celebrate the trash, the treasure, and everything in between.
When women get stressed, we take a bath.
There's a lot to unpack with this movie.
Spoiler alert, prison is not like reform schoolgirls, and I really wish somebody would have told me.
We're catfishing serial killers.
We're just trying on clothes without tags and seeing what fits. Everyone is wearing mail order lingerie.
So join us every other Monday and stay manic.
I didn't come here to talk. Lucky for you, they did.
I know, I had to do it, but
that was abrupt. It's like, ouch.
I'm sorry. Well, we got to get the sponsorship in. I got to pay for this shit. Jaegers aren't free. I got to have sponsors.
Aren't free, nor are they cheap.
No kidding.
That's right. I got to keep
Look
this
them
thing
up on
going.
eBay. Like,
we got 3 arms. Do you know how much that third arm costs?
What about the third leg?
No, there's no third leg. Well, it's there, but now it's time.
Hey!
It's time to jump
into the audio portion only. That was a dick joke by Charlie.
If you want to see that, check us out on YouTube, where Anna's putting this up now on YouTube, where you can see our lovely faces. So make sure you're subscribed over there. But now it's time about giant monsters, and so what we've found out in this movie is they have a master plan. We are going to drop a bomb into the breach.
Right. So they found this breach. It's in the middle of the Pacific Ocean somewhere. And they're still not entirely sure what it is, but they think it's some sort of a dimension. This is all theory at this point.
Yes.
And I want to say the smart guy, but the not the nerd guy.
The numbers guy.
Thank you. The numbers guy has theorized that if we drop a bomb through this breach that they're coming to, because it's a physical portal sort of thing. It's a something that they can get to.
It is a dimensional thing, but it's a physical
hole. It's like a wormhole or something like that. That's Toho science. Blah blah blah. Blah.
Toho.
Right. So they want to drop a thermonuclear bomb into it, explode it, and
close the breach.
Theory, close the breach. Now, I don't think that works for hurricanes. If you throw a bomb into a hurricane and explode it,
we haven't tried yet, Pete.
Have we not?
I am not willing to try that.
It doesn't have to be nuclear. We can do one that doesn't have nuclear shit in it.
That's not how it works.
Just regular bombs.
And
a launcher.
In theory, let's just test it. Let's just test it.
That's the one thing I would do, though, y'all. As much space, ocean, no, I will chase a tornado. Let's go. I'll go launch a grenade into it.
Are you in a tornado area, Anna?
When we had some come through here about Yeah, when some came through here, I want to say maybe about 7 years ago or so. Me and
Okay.
Dad stood out on the back porch, and we literally
We get
watched
'em.
them go over us. Yeah.
Yeah, we've gotten them before. Tornadoes, hurricanes only recently.
That's
So, you
just
know.
started happening.
Right. that's new.
Yeah.
I
Ooh,
don't care
that's
for
what that
this.
is.
I don't care for
like
this
it.
at
I
all.
don't
A
like
new
it at
spot
all.
on your bingo card.
We didn't have that
Weather.
one.
My
But yeah, so
apocalypse bingo card.
they have
Hurricanes
this
in Virginia.
this plan to drop this bomb. So now they have to be strategic. In the middle of this plan, a new event happens. A new kaiju comes up. Category 3, I think, is the first one that comes out of this attack. And they send the Russians and the 3-armed triplets, and they can't let Stryker go because Stryker's going to carry the bomb.
Stryker's, yeah.
And Gypsy Danger is taken off.
They grounded
because
Gypsy Danger because they couldn't. They
Because of
didn't have
Mako.
time to find another drift compatible partner, and Mako wasn't ready.
Yeah, she
according
got pulled
to
into
Idris Elba.
Elba. Yeah. So I like these rules in this fight. I kind of like the setup for this, that these monsters now are coming out. All of a sudden now there's 2. So we actually got that double event.
First time it's ever happened.
First
that
time.
2 came through in one breach.
But it's the mathematician's theory that it was gonna happen. So he's like, this I was right.
He was horrified that it was right too. I loved his expression. He's like,
I did too. Yeah,
I was right.
I was right.
Oh fuck.
He wants to prove everyone that he's right, but he also at the end of the day is like, I don't really want to be right. You know what I mean? It's that kind of thought process.
It's like it's a burden to be that smart almost in that world.
Oppenheimer. That's
oh,
like,
dude,
yeah.
This
very much
this could happen. I think it can happen. I think I can build it.
Yeah.
Why did I build this?
But this fight is you're just like, I'm ready for giant monsters, and they got, whizzing blades on the hands and knives and
Man, I was
lasers
so excited about Crimson Typhoon. 3 arms. I wanted to see this thing do all the acrobatics in the world and jump and kick and spin.
It gets ripped apart.
Like immediately. It was shocking in the theater. Like, all right, here we go, baby. Let's see some. Oh God, you're done. That's really that's it.
The capsule the pilots are out of the chest. So it's like, oh
my God.
Yeah, it's insane. And then the Russians. I got a soft spot for this robot. I just love this robot in this one.
It's old school.
It's exactly what I would expect the Russians to build.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. This is an old school van. This is why Charlie likes this. This Jaeger so much. It's an old 74 caravan van,
and its big weapon is to punch the fuck out of shit. I love it, and it holds its own for a little bit till it knocks the shit out of this monster. And the monster's like, now you done fucked up.
Now you're going to find out.
You have fucked up. You have fucked up now. And it unleashes acid spit. Brand new power that no one knew about.
Ever seen.
And melts the fuck out of this.
Like it melts. These things are made out of titanium, right? Or something. Something like that. And it just like
dissolves. It's like alien acid.
Faster, right?
That's what I thought of. I was like, what?
Yep.
Is that a thing in any of the other Godzilla or kaiju movies? Like, is that the first time it's happened?
There's been like
acid like that
like smoked from I think a couple of creatures, but never melting.
Hedorah had dirty poison that he would spit, and
you had Hedorah, and then the smog monster
that was the smog monster. Hedorah is a
that was I forget what Hedorah's real.
But it would just like kind of injure. It wouldn't like disintegrate. Pretty much.
It took one of Godzilla's eyes out at one time. So it was gross. It was legit gross, but no acid spitting monsters that I can remember.
So Del Toro just kind of added his own extra flavor.
Like why not? But it's also, it works really well because now the creatures are evolving and they're getting better. Like, oh, your machines are defeating our monsters pretty easily, what can we do to take care of it? And they figure out acid. So they genetically engineer
armor
ones
skin.
that have, armor
More
skin,
agile,
acid,
pointy noses, acid.
yes,
Yeah.
stabby wings that we find out here in a minute. But during all this, so our 2 out of 4 are now gone. And
so your squad is in half.
And Stryker is basically like in backup mode. He's there, but he's not supposed to engage because he's part of the big plan. Well, they're like, fuck that. They're dying out there. We got to go save them.
The Russians are screaming for help.
Yeah. They're literally being melted. And
help!
Dude, this is one of my favorite like giant robot moments is when the father and son are in that and they start running in their pod looking thing. And then it cuts out to the giant monster or the robot. And it's kind of lumbering through the water, but then it picks up speed and that sound design of it running in the water. I'm pumped. I've got goosebumps now.
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah, he's going to go get some. And they're just running right into this thing and rips its like acid spitting tongue out of its mouth, which I'm still like, that is amazing. Just go right for the problem. Tear it out. Just get it out of here.
Saw that. You're not going to fool me twice.
Right. Yeah. We're on to you. But the brilliance of it is in this whole time, you have forgotten there's another monster there. And the monkey ape looking one that's still, underwater one jumps out of nowhere and jumps on its back and just starts beating the shit out of him.
That's Leatherback.
Yeah. But to me, it's beautifully done because I'm so engrossed in this fight. Like, oh, fuck, that's right. There's another one, that type of mentality. And the way he films it, he doesn't do this back and forth. Like, oh, this is going on over here. This is going on over here. He stays Del Toro in the moment and gets you engrossed. And then all of a sudden, boom, you're back with Charlie Day in the bunker hiding from these things. And you're like, oh shit, that's right. There's something else going on over here. And these monsters get the upper hand on Stryker. It fucks up the arm and it fucks up his dad's arm in real life. That's how connected they are.
They're
to
like
the
robot transfers pain into the humans, or the humans are so much a part of the robot that if something damages the robot, the humans feel this phantom
I think it's
pain.
like if you're punching something and you don't have that feedback, it's hard to gauge that if you're fighting. So it's that feedback that it's a two-way street. So while, yes, you can punch and feel that I punched that thing. But if you get hurt, that feedback comes back through you. It's like recoil on a rifle. You're going to feel that come through. And they play that up really good because it incapacitates this Jaeger. And basically, he's getting ready he does the rocket elbow, right? At this moment.
No, that's Gypsy Avenger at this point. Gypsy Avenger does the rocket elbow.
Gypsy Danger.
Danger was the one that was
destroyed, and then they brought Avenger.
And then they brought.
Oh,
Avenger
I didn't
back.
realize they. Oh, yeah. I thought it was all.
They changed the name, but he's getting ready to do, or was it the power blast? Because the creature throws out that EMP. Because that's what happened.
Right.
That's how Gypsy gets thrown into the fight now.
I think Gypsy Danger was maybe opening up his chest to shoot, or he was.
That's why he was ready to do the chest burst. The Stryker
chest,
was.
Yeah, and then the EMP happens and takes out the Eastern Seaboard.
Everything.
Like everything. Like
because this is my favorite
the Shatter
part.
Dome, wherever that's located. I never caught exactly where that was located, but it must have been pretty close. Was that China that they were in? Or was that
they were in Japan?
They were in Japan. Okay.
They were in Japan at this point. And now we get the whole thing that I was talking about, the analog. Oh, he's analog. We can let him go out there because he's nuclear powered. I'm like, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. But they send him out, and this is when I get to tell my story about Anthony here in a minute. Is Gypsy Avenger, even if I keep calling it Danger, we can still call it Gypsy
I
Danger.
didn't even catch the Avenger. I thought it was Gypsy Danger the whole time. No, you're fine. Don't be sorry.
But
it is important.
Mansplaining kaiju.
It's fine.
Dick.
We're just
It's
talking.
fine.
We're not mansplaining. We're just discussing.
Yeah,
That's
you're
how that
discussing.
works. So Gypsy gets sent out. They're taking on these monsters. They're holding their own, but this is when we also get it takes its tail off in a defensive moment. It kind of, Gypsy's getting the upper hand, and then all of a sudden the wings bust out. Like they are doing everything. They are using everything they've got, and this creature grabs them, takes off in the air, takes them basically into the upper atmosphere.
Yeah, you're getting pretty high.
They're out of weapons. Like he goes, we've expelled all of this. And she goes, no, we have one more thing. Hits that fucking button in the middle. The giant sword emblem pops up, and this chain sword comes out, and they run it right up that fucking monster and slice it in half. I'm sitting in my recliner. Anthony's sitting in the chair when he was, I think it was about 8 or 9 years old when he watched this.
Yeah.
He's locked in. He's watching this movie. It's everything a kid loves. That happens, and I swear to you, his arms go up and go, why didn't you use that in the first place?
Yep. A lot of people say that. Yep.
I'm like, son, we got to start watching Power Rangers because you will understand you don't use the best weapon at the beginning because you got 30 minutes of an episode you got to get through.
Right. You got to.
But
It's called
That
filler.
kid brain, man. You love it.
He was locked in, and it was, to this day is like, why didn't you use that in the first place? And I'm like, I'm just so proud. But I also like that even Del Toro kind of gives himself a wink and a nod because they keep using it in the underwater battle, and it's not as effective anymore as it was at that moment. Like it's doing some things, but it's not like I can kill every monster running at me.
You're underwater too.
Yeah. It's the Iron Man thing where he pops that one thing and he shoots the red lasers and cuts everybody in half. And he goes, why didn't you lead with that? And he's like, it's one-time use. So they, even Marvel's like, we can have a great weapon, but it kind of kills the story if he uses it every time. So, but I always get tickled by that. And that's one of the things, like, I know Anthony still remembers it. And, he watches this movie probably every so often in the wood shop. I walk in and he's watching, Pacific Rim.
Oh,
But
hell
I was just like perfect 9-year-old brain. Just, he understood the assignment.
Yeah.
right
Hell
there.
yeah, Anthony.
But it was good. So yeah. And we light speed here a little bit. So that they decide now that they have 2 Jaegers. We're still going to do this mission to drop a bomb. Charlie Day has successfully now drifted with a kaiju.
He's a man on a whole other mission. He's on a side quest.
Yeah. He meets Hamilton Chow, named after my favorite dictator or something.
Hannibal Chow,
and my second favorite Chinese restaurant from Brooklyn. It's like Chow. Okay, I get it. But Ron fucking Perlman.
Love
this
him.
man owns this role. I know he's kind of supposed to be a piece of shit smarmy. I don't get that. He's too damn charming in this movie.
And he's smart too. Like
movie.
He knows his stuff. He knows his stuff. He's a businessman.
Yeah.
And he just took the knowledge he had and ran with it and made money.
Underworld.
Like, can you blame him? It's the fucking apocalypse. He's living like a damn king.
Well, and it's also Idris Elba even says, because he goes, I gave all the rights to the kaiju to him. I sold them to him, even though it's black market. And he's like, it's the end times. It's days of war.
Right.
You got to do what you got to do. And, Ron Perlman. Now, I will say Ron Perlman does kick Charlie Day out when the kaiju shows up. That was kind of shitty. But he knew. He's like, you drifted with something already. You're insane.
They're coming here for you. That's what he thinks. He's like, they're coming for me. Ah!
But I like it. We get a baby kaiju, which that was a cool twist.
It was.
First time I watched this. Because he needs
Is that another heartbeat? Oh, shit.
I was like, what's that thumping? And as soon as they heard that, I was like, she's pregnant. It's pregnant.
To do a whole set of inside of the kaiju.
It was so good.
Giant poofed out suits. That guy was also in Blade 2. He's one of the weird vampire. Remember, there's a scene where there's like this. It's supposed to be like a strip club, but he's like laying out all the razor blades, like he's gonna do a little blood play. and the light goes on and it's Blade and he stabs him through the thing. That guy in the glasses, that's him in Blade 2. Also Del Toro for Blade 2. So I think they work together quite a bit. But yeah, I love that set that they literally took us inside of a kaiju. Then this freaking baby kaiju busts out, chokes itself with its own umbilical cord. I knew it. 30 seconds. As soon as I saw it, I knew it was done. It was done. The lungs were underdeveloped and the umbilical cord. I knew it the second I saw it. I was like, that's just so
son of a bitch.
so good. And then he gets it. And I was just like,
it. Yeah,
in the theater.
I hate that.
I hated
this.
I mean, that's what happened. It's like it came out of frame, grabbed his ass out, and then Charlie Day's face. Like,
this was Deep Blue Sea all over again.
Yes.
Sam Jackson.
Oh my gosh. You're so right. Yeah, that's what it was.
But it's so shocking. And those of you that turn movies off as soon as the credits roll, you would not know that he comes back. He survives. He cuts his way out of the baby. Where's my shoe?
Yeah.
It's got baby teeth. It's gumming
right.
him to death.
It just swallowed him, But also, it's Toho science.
Toho science.
One more time. I should have counted. I want to do a counter.
You should have a counter for the thing.
Friends, don't do drinking games when we say Toho science.
So I know that there's like this whole big thing of they're evolving, they're getting better. But weren't we just told that these fucking things are made in the other dimension? Like literally watching these biomechanical things, put them together. And I'm like, when are they fucking? Where'd the baby come from? Why there a baby in there?
They're getting, it's a side piece. They're just,
Is this Jeff Goldblum? Life will find a way.
Life will find a way.
This is the first. But I was like, that's convenient, but I'm okay with it. That's totally fine. But it's another one I still kind of like. That kind of contradicts everything you were just explaining to me a little bit ago.
Yeah.
No one's paying that much attention.
I was on my, I don't know, 15th watch of this movie, I guess. I mean, I counted if it's a background movie. So that counts as a watch if I have it on in the background. But, so he drifts, then he figures out this plan's not going to work. The bomb's just going to sit on top of the breach and explode.
There's a QC code. You can't get through the breach or a barcode. You can't get through the breach unless you have it's a Terminator, right?
Yeah.
It's got to be organic to get through the time machine.
To recognize it. So they change it a little bit. So it won't open unless basically it knows it's a monster. That's the only, and for the most part, it's been a one-way thing. They're speculating that it's two ways because no monster's ever gone back down the breach. They always just keep coming up and dying that they know of. So it's all speculative. But now that he's seen the other side of what's going on, he's like, only the monsters can make it through this breach. They both figure it out. And, the other guy's like, I was wrong. You were right. That's that moment of,
we do get
both
big
kind of right.
You're both right, and we both are terrified that we were correct. But this is also the big brain dump. This is when they drift with this kaiju. This is the reveal. This is the James Bond evil character going. Listen to this, Mr. Bond. I'm telling you what's happening. So this is a interdimensional creatures, beings who go from planet to planet, sending these kaiju into the planet, decimating the dominant creatures, and then coming into their reality and stripping the planet of its resources.
Terraforming, basically. Because I think they even say it. We terraformed it for them because of all the carbon dioxide and pollution and stuff like that.
But they're going to come in and just strip it all faster than we are.
Everything they've sent so far was to eliminate the native species. Now these next bigger ones are to make sure everything's gone before they come. Now, this is where watching a lot of movies, and Pete, it's only because you said this earlier. So Idris Elba has an amazing speech in this about canceling the apocalypse. It is awesome. But Pete, it is not
Yes, it is
the speech
Yes,
from
it is.
Independence Day, because that one, I will jump in a fight. TikTok has taught me how to fly a fucking airplane now. And I will jump in an airplane and fly it into an alien ship. But Pete, this whole ending of Pacific Rim is the ending of Independence Day.
Oh yeah.
I
100%.
mean, it's
yeah.
almost scene for scene. We're going to put a bomb where they are. Okay. The little fucking intelligent end of these monsters are these little small giant headed motherfuckers that look a lot like the Independence Day monsters. And they get blown up by a nuclear bomb set off, while the other ones escape through a wormhole, i.e. through the ship. I was like, I've seen this before somewhere. I'm not mad.
You know
but
what?
I was
I
just
don't
like,
care.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I was but as soon as Pete said this is better than Independence Day, I'm like, don't you dare.
Bill
that
Pullman, no way, man.
Idris Elba's needed
kicks his ass.
Idris Elba's needed to be a bit longer. The Pullman's had more emotion behind it because, you know, he's talking to the whole world. I'd love to do that movie one day because I fucking love Independence Day.
What's stopping us? I mean,
nothing really stopped.
It's an action movie.
It's an amazing action movie. So one day we'll put that on there. But yeah, I got that. So now basically they have to wear a kaiju, which I still just love the idea of putting the skin of a kaiju on a Jaeger, and he's like sneaking in. What's up, fellas? What's up, fella monsters? You know, how you doing?
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Sneaking around. But the striker gets too far damaged, and we haven't mentioned that Idris Elba is also the other pilot because the dad got hurt. So this is like his final mission.
He
will
not recover from this.
He's not coming back.
This is a suicide mission. This is a one. So I don't say suicide. This is a one-way mission for him. He's not coming home.
Ticket. Yeah.
And it becomes one way for both of them because
sadly, yes,
their ability to drop a bomb has been incapacitated, and all they can do now is hold the monsters off that are still there while Gypsy makes its way through the breach. And we get a great thing. It was an honor serving with you and stuff like that. So it's
he got his character, his arc came back around.
He got some redemption.
He was redeemed. Yeah, that's where I was looking for.
So I really like that. I like the interaction between the two. And you know, they die, and Gypsy they go because they're nuclear. They're a walking bomb. So basically they can just jump in, set up their suit to self-destruct for the best, you know, explanation. And
don't we always have a self-destruct button? I mean, I've got one in my car.
Have you not watched Phineas and Ferb? There's always a self-destruct button on the Innator.
There really is.
It's the Jaeger Innator, all that stuff. There's always that. You start with the button and then build what you're building after
and then you
the
reverse.
That's how Doofenshmirtz does it, man.
If you build my cabinets, Charlie, I want a self-destruct button.
I will put one in.
Just in there somewhere.
I don't know if I should show you where it is. I'll show Jody.
Don't show it to me. Show Jody. But don't show me.
Pete would not be able to contain himself from pushing.
He wouldn't.
The button. He's like, I gotta push the button.
Gotta push the button.
He'd be like, did he really? Like, I should really, when I build them, I'm just going to put a random ass button. And it's going to be that.
Don't tell him.
Like, did he? Did he really? Just to fuck with you
let
the
him
whole
discover it. Open a cabinet one day and be like, that son of a bitch.
And I'll know he pushed it because then all of a sudden he'll get on there and go Rickroll. Really, Charlie? Rickroll. I'll just have it play that up at the top. There's a hidden little music player. Exactly. So yeah, we get basically the ending. They drop Gypsy down into here. They set off the thing, but they do realize that they can set off the escape pods and shoot up back through the breach before it gets destroyed. I.e. Millennium Falcon flying through the Death Star, Independence Day ship escaping the mothership. It's fine. It works in this movie. I have no problem with it. It's exciting, exhilarating. You're in for it. You get to
It's
see.
tense. I mean,
It
man.
felt like the quantum realm in Ant-Man a little bit. Like when they first get through the portal, like
Sure.
the colors, I was like, this feels familiar.
It's
What
a
if-
weird dimension looking thing.
Yeah, and then it's like they go through another level, and that's where all the other kaijus are, the creatures or whatever. And I was like, what if they launch these escape pods and they just get lost in this void? Is there like an invisible tube? Oh, I guess the breach, but like, can they escape from that and drift off? That would worry me.
I think that's the thing, because I think at that point they figured, I don't know if they say it, but I think they figured since it's going out, it's not the same as needing to be, the kaiju DNA to go in.
It's also that or you're going to get done blowed up.
Well, I mean,
you eject
it's
or you
worth a
die.
shot.
It's a Hail Mary move.
It's a Hail
at
Mary
this
for
point.
sure.
Yeah.
It's 100% that, but it does work. I do love that shot that you literally see like millions of creatures. Like, this is an invasion.
It's an invasion.
Yeah. It also is like, why is it
Independence
just
Day.
one breach? Like, like there's just one tiny little porthole for all these things to come through. Hey, Toho science. That's what we're just going to, anything we question, we're just going to yell Toho
science
at this thing. But escape pods fly up, hit the surface. You get that little tense moment. Did Charlie Hunnam make it? Mako's yelling for him. And then, boom, all of a sudden his pod comes up and they're an item now.
They never kiss, though. I thought that
Nope,
was
they don't.
nice because it's like,
I like that.
That's one thing I hate about movies sometimes. I'm like, why y'all just fall in love too damn quick. Like, I understand extreme events can bring people together, but it doesn't always have to be that way. So I enjoyed that little moment of them just hugging and kind of doing the forehead touch, and that's how we end. I was like, I like this.
Let's be honest. How much closer can you get to a person than through the
being in their
drift?
brain, right?
Right.
And
so
really
it's like,
even
can't.
before the drift, Mako was giving Charlie the side eye. Like, she saw him with his shirt off once, and her jaw hit the goddamn.
She looked like
ground.
Anna when I told
think
her we were
my
doing
jaw
this
hit
movie.
the ground as well. That is a pretty man. And
Anna, you need to watch The Gentleman. Charlie Hunnam's
I
in
know.
that.
I've never
he's
watched
kind
that.
of he's in a grizzly mode. He's got a beard. He's got that little bit longer hair going. Yeah.
He's going to be Ed Gein.
I saw that.
Really?
I'm interested.
I'm really intrigued to watch it, but the problem, me and Aaron just talked about this over on Instagram about how Ryan Murphy likes to make serial killers hot. And now the Menendez brothers, they were pretty hot.
Yeah.
Ed Gein, not hot
hot.
at all. So I'm just kind of like,
nothing hot about that.
I feel weird about it because I'm like, man, I really hope they ugly him up.
Was it Renner Dahmer?
Yes.
Like early, So Jeremy Renner was Dahmer before he.
And Evan Peters played him, and that was the first season of the show's The Monster series.
Oh, that's right.
That was man. That
Jackie
was tough.
watched those. I remember because I kept going. I know that guy. It was Evan Peters. But
Boy,
I don't know.
Tough watch. It's a tough watch. It's very tough.
It has to be fictional for me to.
Yeah.
watch
There's
them.
that with you too. Yeah.
And this is real. Like
too real.
Yeah. Giant monsters were totally fine.
Giant
I'm all
monsters.
in. Serial killers, straight out. I don't care anymore.
Nope.
Totally done. So
Like real
end of the
serial
movie.
killers.
And yes, if you watch through the credits, Hannibal Chow shows back up, cuts his way out with his little butterfly knife of the thing, and real happy, yells, "Where is my shoe?" All this, because I think that's all that was left after it snapped.
That's all it was
the,
when
He
he
picked
got
it up.
chomped.
the gold
boot came
toe
off.
shoe.
And I think
Those
Charlie
shoes
Day
were
picked it up.
badass.
They were
Yeah.
badass. They were like snake or crocodile skin with a
Gold,
with a gold toe
Scales.
on it.
scales,
Yeah.
like armor,
Yeah.
like really
They-
cool.
They would make the cowboy sound, the spurs.
Those
Yeah,
were-
it was like having spur sounds without a spur.
Without
Like, it
spurs,
was-
right?
Yeah,
Those
No,
are
it
the
was-
definition of shit kickers. Like those were
God,
made
yeah.
to kick somebody in the ass.
100%, 100%. All right, well, I think it's time we get into the things.
Yeah.
Leave anything for us?
Just bodies.
Body count. Body count. Body count. Body count.
I knew this was going to be interesting, but I got it all figured out. So, do you guys want to give me the overall death count in this, or do you want to tell me how many kaiju died? What number do you want to pick?
Well, the kaiju, I could probably add that up pretty quick, but so the
I couldn't.
people.
People, I'll say like, oh God.
I didn't say people. I said how many deaths.
Mm.
So there's like 5 kaiju that die.
Oh no, because they blow up the
6,
fucking
7
creatures
kaiju.
in the breach.
Oh, then
Great.
nope.
All right. I have it. It's
throw us a bone.
a total of 34 deaths in the movie.
Okay. All right.
18 kaiju
Oh
die.
damn.
18.
There was 18?
Because Anna just nailed it. They go down
Yeah,
into the breach.
Oh
There's
fuck,
some you
that's
see.
right.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Duh.
8 pilots die.
Mhm.
5 civilians and 3 soldiers. Because again, the rules are what we see happen.
What we see on, yeah.
Exactly.
I was thinking too big. I was thinking all these cities getting destroyed.
Right.
I'm like, there's no way they can know a number.
No. I think like the civilians, because you find out like 3 guys died on the wall, where Charlie Hunnam got the job. They might be counting that, but I don't know. They had it broke down like that, and I thought that was interesting, so I figured I'd do it that way. So, all right. As far as favorite kill, I think we can do this a couple different ways. We can just have our favorite kaiju robot moment, favorite.
I have that.
Basically, anything favorite you like. We're going.
Have you ever killed anyone?
Yeah, but they were all bad.
I can dig it.
Pete's like,
It's
say
Pete's
less.
birthday.
Oh, say
Say
less.
less.
Say less.
Yeah, Pete, you go first. Tell us your favorite.
Exactly.
We mentioned it, but we didn't talk about it. And I mentioned it in the Slack channel. The rocket elbow punch that, ladies and gentlemen, if you've ever seen any of the Mazinger Z or Goldrake or any of the what Mattel had put out, the Shogun Warrior Japanese cartoons, some asshole always had a rocket in their elbow, and it would launch their fist through something, and it was always a cartoon thing that I saw, and I finally saw it in real life, quotes,
right,
in this movie, and it was they even set it up. They're like, elbow rocket. I went, elbow rocket? Are you gonna do this? And sure as shit, the back of the elbow pulls open. These rockets just go and wham! They right into leather. I think that was Leatherback, or maybe it was
Leatherback.
It was
Leatherback.
Big
Leatherback.
old punch.
Yeah.
Is that when he broke his jaw? I think that's when his jaw
I think that's
got
when
broke.
the jaw got broke.
Right before Leatherback dies, and then Charlie Hunnam's like, "Hey, you want to check its pulse?" Turns around and fills it full of plasma lasers or something.
Yep. Let's check its pulse.
dead.
Yep. It's dead.
It did.
Double tap.
Mako's so into it. She's
That
like,
was a
okay.
kaiju double tap, Anna. You're right.
It totally was. Hey, Zombieland rule, man. Always double tap.
Yep.
All
Nut
right,
up or
Anna,
shut
what
up.
about- That's it. What's your favorite moment or kill or whatever happens in Pacific Rim?
It's when they go into the upper atmosphere, because everything leading up to that, I was like, fuck. They're like, oh gosh, that's scary. And then everything that happens in the air with the knife and the splatter and how it's just like swirling around them, and then they fall, but then it's a panic. And Idris Elba was like, you've got to tuck pretty much and get to this point, blast out all this and tuck and hope for the best. I was like, oh no, that sounds awful. But yeah, I love that whole lead up, the act, and then after. Beautiful.
They do a giant superhero landing.
Yeah.
That's
Totally.
basically
Yeah.
what they just
In
boom.
a football field or something.
Yeah.
And
And then it
you-
just
if
all
you
around 'em.
listen to Idris, he says disconnect the gyroscopics. So basically, he's telling them take the feedback, turn the feedback off, so that you're floating in this, and you're not going to get that recoil we were talking about that was basically hurting everybody. So he does throw that in there again. Well thought out as far as the world and the rules that they have to abide by in this world that monsters exist in, and I'm always down for it.
Yeah.
Well,
Charlie?
for me, it is it's pretty much what Anna said, because it is my favorite memory of them pulling out the chain sword and slicing the flying monster in half, only because Anthony's like, why didn't you do that in the first place?
Yeah, that's great.
Like,
He's not wrong.
For me,
He's
that will
not.
always live in my head as just, yeah, that makes sense, son. I've said that ever since the power. Why not just turn into the big Zord before the monster gets big and step on it? Why do we have to wait for the monster to transform and then we get the Zords out and then we make the Megazord? That's so weird. Well, now you needed 30 minutes. I get it. You know, product placement, play toys. But yeah, I love it when it cuts it right in half. And I love that the sword keeps getting used underwater. My Jaeger would definitely have an axe. So I kind of feel that.
Of course.
If you took a little bit of the Russian one that just likes to punch shit and then you add an axe to it, that's my
Charlie's.
Jaeger running
like
around
his
out
hand
there.
turns into an axe, maybe.
Yeah. And that's also one of my favorite things about this movie is watching it, knowing the guys behind this were basically me and other people growing up, because I remember me and my friends drawing weird shit, and we'd be drawing robots. Mine's got a flamethrower. Oh yeah, well mine's got a minigun or machine gun, or mine's got force field. And that's how this movie feels. My robot's got 3 arms. Oh wow, that's cool. You're all like they're one upping each other in this design. And the talk, they said there was like over 100 kaijus designed, and I don't know how many Jaegers, and they basically voted from all of them to get them into the movie. Like they would all just come to a consensus and go, all right, we all agree that is a cool one. It was just based on that one looks cool. We like that idea. That would be fun to animate. Let's do that.
That's
and I'm like,
a cool weapon. Yeah.
Yeah. If I can't be in Australia making Mad Max cars, I want to be in the planning room making weird robots and monsters. I love that creativity of it. But the 8-year-old me was just having a ball being like, this is exactly what I would have done, just thinking up shit and making these weird, like it doesn't have to make a lot of sense. It can have a little bit of function, but at the end of the day, you're just, my hand turns into a giant plasma cannon. Who gives a fuck? I don't care. Don't worry about it. My elbow's going to be a rocket. Does that add any extra boost? Not really.
Probably not.
It's not like robot jocks when the fist actually come off of the robot, which makes more sense than the elbow. I don't know, but and the Russian, I don't know what the chest thing did, other than it was more like the robot was flexing and then it would punch the shit out. It was the Drago Russian of robots, so it would just punch the fuck out of everything. So I'm here for it. Speaking of punching, let's rate this bad boy. All right, we'll start with the birthday boy, because me and Anna nailed it. Let's just say we got this. We know our Pete. We did good. So, Pete, what are you ranking Pacific Rim?
What a great way to end the month, by the way.
Very hard to not rank it at 10, only because
rank with your heart.
Like, what am I giving it? What part of this movie doesn't lend itself a 10 in my book? It's nothing. It's 10. I can't figure it out. This is one of the greatest kaiju movies out there, period. Fight me, kaiju fans. Because you're wrong. Are there other kaiju movies equal to or better than this? Yeah, but we only have a scale of 10.
All right, so let's say Anna. Anna, what are you going to rank Pacific Rim?
I kind of like Pete's thoughts, because I'm sitting here. I was originally going to give it a 9. And I was trying to base that. Like, why can I not give it a 10? And I'm like, I don't know a reason why. So it's a 10. Yes! It's a fucking 10. It really is. It's Anna action, hunky men, Mako's hot. I don't care about the Toho science, because it makes sense in that world. Like, if you go into a movie like this and you are expecting real world shit, you don't need to be seeing the movie to begin with.
Have you
So
seen
Toho
movies?
Science, I'm all here for it with movies like
Yes.
this.
Yeah.
I love it. I loved the action. I loved the monsters.
Yeah.
I loved it. And I kind of want to
Fantastic.
watch like Godzilla movies now. I feel like now I need to go and start from the beginning.
Nope.
And
You
just
don't have to do that.
I want to, but I want to. I want to watch them all so
Okay.
I can at least say I've seen them all.
I'm torn, Pete. Should we just let her watch the OG, or does she watch -1 first, being that fresh? Because God, -1 is so amazing.
I've heard nothing but amazing things. About
I don't
-1.
think that those movies are so different.
Watching
and
one doesn't affect not
70
seeing the other.
years ish apart that I don't think one is better than the other.
Oh, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying experience wise.
Man, and the things that they did in the 53 is they're revolutionary.
Oh, mind blowing.
And the things that they did in -1 were also mind blowing.
Yes.
It's
Flip a
CG that
coin.
I've never flip a coin, right?
Flip a coin, but either way, you're going to have a good time.
Okay.
So,
There is no good English dub
That's
for
okay.
the Japanese version of 54.
That's okay. I'll read the subtitles.
There is a very good English dub for -1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. But okay. Well,
the English dub to -1 might be something to watch with Marley.
Yeah.
I think Marley might like that quite a bit.
She might. That to me, that's going to be a toss up because it's a heavy movie.
It's heavy.
But
Okay.
It's
heavy,
but it's still really good. Like
it's very.
I need to sit down and let the kids watch it.
As
Jackie
a
and I
kaiju
watched it in
film,
theater.
it's very real. Like the 54, also very real.
Yeah.
Like it real people, real things were happening at that time. These were based off of real quote happenings at the time.
Yeah,
and
we're not
so
not
is-
mansplaining, but Godzilla is just basically the personification of the bomb.
The atomic
So
bomb,
that's
right?
that's what you have to kind of have in your mind. You can still watch it as just a monster movie, but
Yeah.
the depth of it is
the American version is definitely a monster movie. It's a nuclear.
Yeah.
With the one with Raymond Burr, definitely a monster movie. But the original has so much more to say.
And it was one of the reasons I shied away from putting Godzilla on the list for picking for Pete. I still leaving that door for him to step through to bring onto the show. I was like, it's not my place to do. I have given you the green light. I don't know why you've struggled when I have said, do it. Do it. Emperor Palpatine, do it. But yeah, I'll rank now that we've distracted ourselves so hard.
Charlie, what's your rating?
I think I will be the one though to go 9.5, and it's not the tiny criticisms I've got like knife head and stuff. I think my biggest thing is it's the end of Independence Day. That's it's almost the exact same shot for shot.
I never picked that up until you said that. I'm like, I guess you're right.
I have a confession to make. I don't even remember the end of Independence Day. I think I've seen that movie one time.
Good Lord, I've seen that. I don't know how many times I've seen that movie.
I've seen that. I remember the new one. I remember the most recent one with Liam Hemsworth. I remember that more.
Oh, the sequel. I watched it one time. It was okay. Like, I like it better than Pacific Rim Uprising, I'll tell you that. But ID4 just was, God, it just came out the right time, right moment, and it worked.
Sure did.
And the great cast. So, but yeah, I think I'm super high. It's a 9.5. I absolutely love this movie. It's a lot of fun. I've watched it multiple times. If you like monster movies, check it out, man.
Action.
And maybe one day we can get Parker to cover it over on their Monster Zone. Don't think I wasn't going to bring up your other show that you got going on, brother. That not only do they do Dissect That Film, they also do a show called The Monster Zone, where they just have a lot of fun with
It's real good.
Like they've been doing a lot of the 50s and 60s ones. Like you're just like, really, they made a movie about like king crabs and all this other stuff running around. It's just so much fun, and they really love it. So it's definitely worth checking out if you're listening to dissect that film. Check that out. And I think you can still go back and listen to Monster Movie Stomp Down. It's not putting out any episodes, but I think it's still up. So you want to just dig into what they thought on some really cool monsters.
He's taking anything down. I think we can.
No, I think it's still there. So at least on Podbean. So talking monsters, we'll bump up some of our friends that cover monster movies too. So. And speaking of that, if you want to continue following everything we're doing over here, you can check us out over on Facebook at Give Me Back My Action Movies, the Facebook group. Give Me Back My Horror Movies, the Facebook group. Both of us are on Instagram under those titles. You can also follow our Scream Queen, Anna, over at Nerd at the Movies on Instagram. She bridges the gap on several shows where she is doing the Baron's Hideout. They are full on into, is it Scarefest? What's the name of the
Hell
festival
House.
that you get? Well, no, the festival you're doing.
Oh, Fantastic Fest.
Fantastic Fest. Right. I couldn't remember. There's a fest in it.
Yeah, there's fest.
So you guys have gotten a lot of the screeners for a lot of movies that are in the festival ring right now. And yes, they're starting their Hell House deep dive.
Yes, we did
over there. Oh,
Pete was on the first episode. It's out now. Go listen. It was a hoot.
Look at that. I'm just sitting over here twiddling my thumbs. No, that's okay. I didn't want to do it. It's found footage.
I wish I know, but it's got a clown in it, and you're scared of clowns. And if you can get past the very, very shaky cam at the beginning because it's chaos, everything else ain't so bad.
I already don't like that. I also don't like that you said scared of clowns. I hate clowns. I think there's a very big differentiation here. You can't say Charlie's scared. I'm not scared.
I'm not scared.
I hate clowns. We're not playing this game.
Scared.
I'm
not scared.
I'm not scared. I'm not scared of clowns. I hate them. Stay away. So we got that going on, and that is going to be leading us into our month of horror. Do we want to let the people know what we are doing on the month of horror?
Well, let's let them know week by week, or maybe I'll drop
week by week.
I'll drop a teaser maybe eventually, but Pete, tell them because you're first up, right? We can at least tell them what's next week.
Oh
Pete
gosh, I'm so excited.
I
remember because we're doing Basket Case.
Dude, I've never seen it.
So,
but I've heard great things, so I'm excited to finally watch it.
Oh, and
I have no idea what she's gonna say.
It's terrible. This movie's terrible.
Oh, no.
It's weird
it's
and
not
goofy
terrible.
and weird and.
But I liked Brain Damage, stuff like that. I loved that.
Yeah.
movie.
Okay. If you like Brain Damage,
Elmer.
Yeah, man. I have such a special place in my heart for Basket Case. This is one of my movies I watched with my buddy Benny. God, that was an experience watching this.
Yeah, it's a movie.
Oh, and
it's a movie. Oh Lord.
Wait till you eventually try to do the sequels. They get nuts. They get nuts in the sequels.
Yeah, boy.
So next week starts our month of horror. We are diving right into Basket Case. Going to be a lot of fun. Should be an interesting discussion. Everybody got to pick a horror movie for this month, so everyone gets their own flavor, which is going to be awesome. And Barron's is doing the Hell House run for it.
Yes.
B Action, we are doing B Action horror movies.
I'm so interested in what's happening over there.
Yeah, I don't have my list in front of me exactly what we're starting with, but I know what it is. We're doing werewolves.
Yeah, we'll record that Sunday. Worry. I'm excited.
Yep. Pete, don't worry. Guns. You don't have to record it. You just have to listen.
Yeah, you just gotta listen to us.
Werewolves and machine guns. So we are kicking it off with that. All right. Is there anything else? Have I covered everything? Are we good to go here before another power outage knocks me out?
Yeah, we're good. Go listen, go follow, like, subscribe.
Go watch Pacific Rim if you haven't. And if you have,
it's on Netflix.
Go watch it again. It's on Netflix.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. Get us on YouTube. Check out the video. Anna puts a lot of work into this.
Anna works really hard on the YouTube. Watch the YouTube.
We're doing awesome stuff over there. And we're not doing trash opinion. We're going long enough as it is.
Yeah, it's fine. Fuck it. It's too good.
I was hoping we'd skip it.
Happy birthday, Pete. Let's get out of here.
Happy birthday.